Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is The Sterling Show. It's called The Sterling Show now, or I might change it again. It was like Sims on Sunday and the Sims Sunday Show and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But I think it's going to be called The Sterling Show. That is what was recommended on Twitter by someone, just kind of off the cuff once recently. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to go with The Sterling Show. And today, oh my God, there's so much to talk about today. So much has happened, which is so unusual of late. We've had a lot of stuff happening in The Sims. But we have had a lot of stuff happening in The Sims. And we had a big, I'm going to start with, we had a big survey about future development. We've had these before, and I've already got some feedback from a few people about, oh, they don't think it even means anything, and they don't do anything with it. And I don't believe that. I do think they do stuff with it. I do think it means something. Otherwise, I don't think they'd go through the trouble if they weren't going to use it to some extent. So I definitely think that it does have some impact on, future development. And this time it dealt with stuff like, some of the options were like American high schools and shopping malls and modern love and romance, NPC, story progression, so on and so forth. I like them all. No, that's not true. That's not true. I like them all except for like cheer and fan club. I don't get that. That's why I don't get chosen. I don't get fan club. Who wants to make a fan club? I don't care about. I don't even know why. You could even kind of do that in game already. I don't even know what that would mean to have a fan club in game. A fan of what? I don't know. And cheer. Now, I would buy it. Don't get me wrong. I buy everything because it probably maybe it would have some good stuff in it. But for me, cheerleading kind of should just tie into American high school, and I wouldn't even do it then. I don't know. Then we started. That's why I don't win. We'll get like a cheerleading pack next. Probably they'll like rush it. So many people will vote for it. It'll go into rush production, and we'll have it by the end of the year. But I didn't really care for those two that much. I did like American High School. I thought they sounded very cool. We haven't done it before. There's been a lot of requests for schools in the game, and I thought that'd be pretty cool and something for teenagers to do, which literally teenagers have nothing. We complain a lot about. I complain a lot about. I won't lump you into those complaints. I complain a lot. Maybe you do too. And about enough stuff to do for like toddlers and kids and elders, but teens, God, there's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, nothing that's any different than in, like, say, kids or young adults or something. So totally, that'd be great for them. I also went with love and modern love and romance, as opposed to I don't know what other kind of love and romance. Ancient, Victorian, I don't know. This is what I see. This is what I see for modern love and romance. I see kind of, I guess, what else would this be? I don't know. Someone tell me. It's gonna be like Grindr, but on The Sims, and The Sims will just send naked pictures of themselves out and, go on dates. That's all I can imagine. That seems like a pretty simple pack, pretty easy to put together, but that's what I'm going with the modern love and romance. But I did choose that. Because we need more love and romance in the game. I'm hoping maybe there'll be some more romantic interactions. Maybe even something like, I don't know, I've heard this thing once where like people dance together, not just side by side, not just on the same dance floor, but actually like, sometimes like slow dancing. I don't know. I heard about it. I don't know. I heard about it. That'd be cool in game. I also went with the NPC story progression. I thought it'd be great. And what else did I go through? I've got like my pictures kind of going as I'm speaking here, but I also chose, what else did I choose here? I chose shopping malls. I thought it'd be cool. Yeah, I did choose shopping malls. Something to have some sort of like multi-use environment. And what was the other thing? It's really small. Oh, growing pains and life. Yeah, growing pains and life stories and stuff like that. So that would also be cool. Things that would kind of give some sort of substance to the game, like more like real life. So anyway, I loved it. I was glad they did it. I do think that some good will come out of it. Feel free to post what you liked best as well. Like, so you can see my stuff kind of as I'm talking here, what I chose. I love the idea of a modern Korean city. I hope that it's not like a village. I hope when they say Korean city, they mean like a modern urban sort of Asian type city. Like Tokyo, Hong Kong, South Korea, Seoul or something like that. If it's a village, I don't want a Korean village. I really don't. Everything on we always get like villages and suburban areas and stuff like that. We really only have one. Well, we have two urban areas. Del Sol is kind of urban. But really only one major urban area that's compact, and that's San Myshuno. So I would love to see a Korean mark that. I remember stuff like that. The other thing that we got this week was we found out what the icon and name for the new knitting stuff, which I rather just was called knitting stuff. I don't know why it needs anything else. A name for the new knitting stuff pack. I like it. I didn't like what got chosen for the icon. I liked. The icon I liked. Okay, the icon was my second choice, so I like that. Okay, the name is Nifty Knitting. Is going to be the name. I don't like it. I don't like it. It does not matter because everyone's just going to call it knitting stuff, I'm sure. But Nifty Knitting was not my choice. I didn't like any of the choices, and I will say that right off the bat. I didn't really like any of the choices for the name for the pack. I went with Knitting Rocks, and but that was just like the least of the evils to me. Knitting. I would just call it knitting stuff. Knitting stuff. I don't know. But we did get the name. We got the icon, and they're fine. The icon I said was my second choice. It's not my first choice. My second choice. The name Nifty Knitting. I don't know. It's fine. It's okay. It is what it is. It's what got chosen, and it doesn't mean that big of a difference to me. But yeah, that's what got chosen. So that's what we've got. The other thing that happened was the gurus put out like a little symbol, a little post on Twitter of these letters, right? And the letters spelled cute, refubu. And if you rearrange the letters, it spelled out Future Cube, which everyone pretty much has decided that's what that was a hint for Future Cube. There's actually a thing called Future Cube in game. Go figure. I know. I didn't know either. I mean, I did know that, but I never used it. I think I tried it one time, and it was kind of boring. You know, it's like you would just, I don't know what do they shake it? Is that what they do with it? I can't remember, but you do something with it, and then we give you like a little text thing on the screen that says, oh, your future's dire or something. I don't know. And I don't really like that all that much when you just get like a text response, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So I never use it. Well, no, I've never had my Sims use it. I will occasionally throw it on a shelf as a decorative object, especially like kids' rooms and stuff like that. But turns out like the gurus posted all these shots of them working from home, and almost all of them, I don't think all of them, I know not all of them, but almost all of them included the Future Cube somewhere in the picture, and usually on their desk. So yeah, it's probably Future Cube. Now I like cute refubu because that's kind of like cute refurbishment. So I thought, well, yeah, you know, I'm a builder, and my mind automatically is going to go there first. That would be great. We have a refurbishment pack. I think it's actually Future Cube. I don't know what it means. People went through the Future Cube kind of responses and decided that maybe it's hints for farming. Well, okay, yeah, we all think farming's coming next. I do too. I really do. So yeah, maybe it's just more hints that farming is coming next. But I still think that they're going to have some sort of twist to it, because they've said that it may be something that a lot of people weren't expecting. So I think we're going to get farming, and hopefully in a way that it can be used like a traditional farm in all of the worlds, but then maybe a twist to it. I've said before, I thought maybe it'd be cool to colonize Sixam, and you would be a farmer there as part of a colony. I think that'd be very cool. Maybe it's something like that. Don't know. I actually have no idea. I mean, no, it's farming, but that seems to be where it's pointing. So that came out this week. That was very cool. That's all rumors, of course. We don't know that it's Future Cube. We don't know it's Cute Refubu. We don't know that. Maybe those letters spell something else. I didn't even try. I just looked at what other people found. So we don't really know, and we don't know that Future Cube doesn't mean that there's going to be a cube coming that takes you to the future. It's going to be a future pack instead of a farming pack. We really don't know anything. And if it is a future pack, I'm going to say this real quick. If it is a future pack instead of a farming pack, that's fine. I loved Into the Future. I thought it was a great pack for Sims 3. And so, yeah, I mean, it's fine with me if that's what it ends up being. The other thing, though, like I said, those are rumors. And the other rumor this week was about a Sims live action movie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. They've been talking about a Sims live action movie. I looked it up. I was thinking it was 15 years. I looked it up. It was like maybe 13 years since 2007. And every so often it just kind of pops up. How are they going to do a Sims movie? Live action? I don't know. If they want to, fine. Maybe it'll be good. To me, whenever I hear that, when I heard it in the day, when I hear it nowadays, all I really think of is just stupid sight gags, because what are you going to do from The Sims? I mean, stuff that Simmers might get, like, oh, look, everybody's cooking grilled cheese, or, oh, look, everybody set themselves on fire, or something like that. But Otherwise, The Sims doesn't have a story. The Sims is just a very open-ended sandbox game where you kind of create your own story. So I don't see how they're going to do a movie that A's going to make everybody happy. Or very many people happy in the simming community, which is not, well, okay, we're not happy most of the time anyway. So they may not even be worried about the simming community, but who else is going to watch it? I don't know that your average person is going to want to watch it. Maybe they will. I don't know. But yeah, I did look it up. I've got the article here on the screen, and I left the website there at the top too, and I'll also link the website here in the description, so if you want to go and read it. But it basically says, one of the ideas and it's for SimCity too, SimCity as well. But for The Sims is, you'd have this chick and this guy, and they live in an apartment, and I don't know, they play dual roles, and she's herself in the game and herself in real life, and I don't know. On one hand, it could sound kind of cute. I mean, maybe like where she goes in the game, and then her actions in the game have real life consequences. She's trying to land this guy or something, and so yeah, that could be kind of cute. That'd be kind of neat. It might be an interesting premise if it did that. But I still am kind of leery of it. SimCity, I don't know. It just says they've got some sort of disaster, like a humor, maybe disaster satire. I don't know. So that takes place in SimCity. Why do you need SimCity for that? I have no idea. Because you could do a disaster satire set in any city. Set in New York, California, wherever. But anyway, that was the big rumor. I'm not putting much into that. I've heard this for 13 years now, these rumors. And the last rumor I heard, or last thing I knew, wasn't even a rumor, it was in an article, was that Disney had bought Time Warner or whoever owned the rights to it and canceled the project last year. Cut to 1 year later, Hollywood has breathed new life into its corpse and apparently brought it back. But, after 13 years of development hell, I'm not putting a lot into that. We'll see what happens. And that's it. That's the news. But that's a lot of news. That's a lot of stuff happening. I do think we're going to get an announcement next week. So we'll make my guess. I'm going to say next week for an announcement for the next expansion pack, which will be coming probably by the end of this month, I would think, with the way they've been doing releases relatively quickly, 2 to 3 weeks, and then the expansion pack comes out. Maybe even a little bit faster. I don't know, but I'm going to say that. I'm going to say by the 1st of June. But we'll see how correct I am. But I do think that we will get an announcement probably next week because of this Clue thing that was happening, kind of generate some hype. And speaking of announcements, I got an announcement. I have a huge announcement. I would like to introduce everybody to my new boyfriend and future husband, Cal. He's a Jedi. He is a musician. He's just sweet as can be. You can hear he's picking flowers for me. He has a super heart. He has a super big heart. He has a fantastic heart. It's a super big heart and a super rocking ass. And what can I say? We just met last night. We just met. But we're in love and we're gonna get married. Yeah, we are. That's my big announcement. That's for me. That's my part of this show. That is my announcement. And don't tell him because he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know that he's in love with me or that we're gonna get married yet. So don't tell him. It's a surprise. It's gonna be a big surprise. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share with everybody. Don't worry, you are all invited. Every single one of you, anybody ever watches this ever is invited to the wedding of Cal and I on Coruscant. We're gonna have it on Coruscant. Probably like at the Imperial Palace or something like that. I don't know. How much does it cost to rent that place? I'm not sure. But the way I look at it, he's probably like the last surviving Jedi, so he probably inherited all the Jedi's money, so he can afford it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And that is the show for this week. Let's wait for next week. See what we get. An announcement about expansion pack. Fingers crossed. Hope so. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date about me and Cal. I'm going to just keep, we're going to go on an adventure. I think we're going to go to Dathomir. Not exactly the sort of place I've heard of for a vacation spot, but hey, I'm like, never been there. So it'll be awesome, cool. And we're just going to see how it goes. I know how it's going to go. It's going to fall in love with me. We're going to get married. That's exactly how it's going to go. So, I'm going to go for now for this week, and I hope to see you next week for the Sim Show. Hopefully, I don't always do them every week. Hopefully, there's going to be news coming out. Like I said, like an announcement, maybe something to talk about, or I'll have something to talk about besides just being on quarantine. But I do hope to see you next week. In the meantime, feel free to watch the other shows. There's probably 10 or a dozen. No, I don't know. 9 shows or something now. And check out the RM Cascadian here on YouTube as well if you'd like, or any of my build tutorials. And follow me on Twitter, Jason Sterling RM. Thanks for watching.